What up? This is Ramash Kane covering movies, TV, and entertainment, and here's my review of Disney new animated movie, Strange World. Hey, before you watch my review, please subscribe to my channel, press that like button, and ring that bell so you can get notified whenever I post new videos. Let's rock this. Look, I may be alone on this and I don't care, but to me, Strange World is just okay. It's just okay. It's not bad, but it's not great either. It has a lot of the adventure storytelling formulas that we've seen 1,000 times before. But the film does a tenacious job of masking them, if that could count for some credit. That said, its self-awareness does make for some pretty good chuckle here and there, especially knowing that Disney is probably gonna produce a buttload of merchandise out of that little blue blob. Strange World is enjoyable enough, it's thrilling enough, it's funny enough, the animation and the voice cast are fantastic. But ultimately, this movie just doesn't rock my world. It is neither earth-shattering nor life-changing. It's one of those cases where you'll stay the same whether or not you choose to watch this film. Written by Ki-wen and directed by Don Hall and Ki-wen, Strange World introduces a legendary family of explorers, the Clades, as they attempt to navigate an uncharted, treacherous land alongside a motley crew that includes a mischievous blob, a three-legged dog, and a slew of ravenous creatures. Voice starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Gabrielle Union, Lucy Liu, Dennis Quaid, and Jabuki Young-White. I swear to God, the first few minutes opening sequence of this movie kinda reminds me of that Charles Muntz sizzle reel from Pixar's Up. Remember that? Adventure is out there, out there, out there. In some ways, the character Jaeger Clade in this movie kinda reminds me of Charles Muntz, if Charles Muntz did not turn villainous. The animation in Strange World is a combination of 3D CG and 2D hand-drawn, and the transitions are a throwback to old-timey films and shows. And so aesthetically, this film is a wonderful medley of classical and modern that pleases the eyes. The character designs for many of the peculiar creatures are obviously based on existing wildlife. They have their own monkeys, their own horses, their own elephants, their own birds, but they're always a bit abstract enough or a bit ambiguous enough to not be so obvious about it. The generational father-son drama between Jaeger, Searcher, and Ethan is at the heart of this film, which I think is pretty well told. There's a lot of killing time moments in which the bonding happens when they're just waiting to get to their destination. And yes, this is yet another Disney movie that champions individualism in addition to its LGBTQ and environmental themes, all of which we are already familiar with by now. Which goes to what I said earlier, that even though this film does everything it can to make itself look seemingly unique, but much of its aspects consists of formulas that have been pounded on over and over and over again. So at the risk of sounding like a broken record, Strange World is not a terrible movie by any stretch of imagination. If you choose to watch it, odds are you are gonna have a great time at the theaters with your loved ones. But I hardly would categorize Strange World as a must-see. I think Disney animation has given us a lot of great masterpieces over the years, but this one would not come close to being among their all-time top 10.